They said it couldn't be done, that a team of women would never make it. But in 1989, Tracy Edwards led the first all-female crew to compete in and finish the Whitbread Round the World race.
I did the 85-86 Whitbread Round the World race, and I guess out of 260 crew there were 4 girls. And we were all cooks because of course you couldn't be anything other than a cook on a race boat. And I got to the end of the race and I just had this really profound thought, because my passion is navigating and I'm a better navigator than I am a cook. And I thought, I want to go around again as a navigator. And then I thought, no man will ever let me navigate on a race boat in my lifetime. And I couldn't deal with that. And so I went home to my mum and I said, Mum, I think I need to change the world. And it went from there.
In the 1989 race, Edwards and her crew on board their boat MAIDEN survived the worst that the Southern Ocean could throw at them to win 2 legs and finish second overall in their class.
Men are stronger than women. There is absolutely no way around that. So we had already made changes to the boat. We redesigned her with our physique in mind, but actually you see that what could have been a disadvantage became an advantage because she ended up being faster. The reaction when we finished on Maiden was crazy. None of us could have expected the welcome we got coming into Southampton. I think they estimated there were 600 boats on the water and 50,000 people in Ocean Village cheering us in. I don't think we quite realised what changes we have made.
MAIDEN was sold, and that was the end of the story until 2014, when it was found abandoned in the Seychelles. Edwards raised the funding to bring the boat back to Southampton and had it refitted for a new adventure, the Maiden Factor.
Having thrown my own education away, I was very aware of the fact that I had treated like garbage something that 130 million girls would give anything to have, and I felt so awful. And I thought, well, why don't we raise funds and awareness for girls' education and inspire young women and really use Maiden for the next phase of her life? Well, we started the tour in November 2018 and we'd done 22,000 miles. We'd stopped in 23 destinations in 12 countries. We'd raised lots of money for girls' educational projects all over the world. We had young up-and-coming female sailors on the boat. No one had ever done what we were doing before, but it worked so well, and people's reaction to her was well beyond what we thought would happen. So tremendous reaction, huge amounts of money raised, lots of girls reached with the various programs that we did.
After a break for COVID, Maiden headed back to sea and is now in the middle of a 3-year global tour. The latest stop was South Africa, where the Foundation's educational objectives were introduced to a new generation, including 19-year-old Nkobile Kuzweyo of the Sail Africa initiative.
We work with a lot of organisations who are actively trying to recruit women into industries which require STEM subjects, and that we also spend money now on our outreach programmes, which is a real chance for us to work with the girls that we hope we're going to be impacting. And that's in developing countries as well as developed countries.
While encouraging girls into science and technology subjects, the main ambition remains promoting education, which has a wider benefit to everyone.
If we do not achieve equality in this world, and I don't just mean gender equality, I mean colour, creed, religion, then we will not save this planet. And for me, the absolute key to the equality of women to men is girls' education. And when you think of it like that, you would think, well, why wouldn't we? I mean, there is no downside, there's no negative side. And I think the way that Maiden taps into that is that she's proved what women can do. Maiden transcends generations. So we have people of my old age coming down to the boat saying, I remember Maiden, I remember when it happened. She appeals to every colour, race, religion, creed, culture, ethnicity, socio-economic status. She is a physical embodiment of what a girl can do if just one person believes in her, and I think that's what makes her so special.